What's up, guys? All right, video three of 30, and this is tough even after just a couple, only getting a couple likes here or there. It's not like you watch some of these social entrepreneurs and they post videos up and within like 10 minutes you got like 300 likes and getting all kinds of validation. It's tough. I can see why a lot of people quit, but we're not going to quit. We're gonna persevere. We're gonna keep on. So video 3, let me make sure my video is recording real quick. It is. Okay. My front side, mirror side of my camera, the one that lets you see yourself being recorded, that side's not recording my voice for some reason, so I have to use the other side and can't tell if my thing is actually on. So anyways, video 3, we're going to talk about hiring virtual assistants. So first we'll talk about what that is. And a virtual assistant is essentially a personal assistant or an executive assistant or just a business assistant of some type that's done where you hire them online and they're assisting you remotely. So they may live in a lot of virtual assistants are in countries like I have one in Bangladesh, there's some in Indonesia, there's some right here in the States. You could have a virtual assistant that's someone in California and you're in Arizona. So that's a virtual assistant essentially is just someone like if you need an accountant and you're not an accounting person, you need to hire one, you can task that work out to a virtual assistant that specializes in accounting. There are general virtual assistants as well that are just general kind of personal assistants that you can hire online as well. So what's the value in a virtual assistant? Well, one is since so many of these virtual assistants are working remotely from third world countries, the cost is significantly cheaper than what you'll pay for an assistant, a personal assistant here in the States. So if you want someone, say you're someone who gets a lot of emails, there's a lot of data input, a lot of data entry every day, a lot of redundant work. That's work that you as the entrepreneur, unless you really enjoy it, if you're fulfilled by that type of work, by all means do it. But if you're not fulfilled by that type of work, that's something that's better off being tasked out to someone else and finding a personal assistant to do that stuff for you is going to be very advantageous because you're going to be more fulfilled by your work instead of doing these redundant tasks that aren't important to you, but they're important to the business. So places you can find these virtual assistants, there's several online portals full of people waiting for you to put projects up and bid on the work. So I've used freelancer.com is one I've used that works. It's great. You can put up individual projects. So I'll have for my event series, whenever we get registrations, we get the registration page. I'll have 80, 90, 100 athletes that have registered for the event, and someone needs to organize those into a heat list. So I'll hire a personal assistant or a virtual assistant to actually take that and just organize the data for me how I want it. I just send them an instruction list on how I do it. So maybe the first couple times I do it, so I have a system, and then I just give that information to the virtual assistant and they just follow the instructions, and it takes that redundant work and it allows someone else to do it. And they may only charge me because they're in a third world country the equivalent of $3 to $5 an hour. And building a data list like this may only take them 2 hours. So they'll do this list for the equivalent of $5 to $10 US for me, and I can go on and work on the things that I am more fulfilled by, which tend to be more creative type of tasks or next step oriented. I don't really enjoy doing the data entry all that much. So that's what you can. So freelancer.com is the one I've used. You can just post individual projects like that, and then you can also go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Fiverr's pretty good because everything on there is $5. So, and what it generally is there's already tasks posted. So it's more like a platform where different virtual assistants get on and say, hey, I can do this for $5. So they'll say, hey, I'll do 300 words of copywriting for $500. So if you need some copywriting done, for like your About Me page, you want someone else to write the About Me page of your website, you can go there, purchase the gig, they call it a gig, for $5, and you can have them do the work. Very, very easy. Let me check my camera, make sure it's recording still. We're good. So Fiverr, Freelancer, two of my favorites. There's others. There's one called Odesk, which is very similar to Freelancer.com. I think it's pretty much the same concept, just a different platform. Some people like the feel of Odesk better. It's kind of like a Ford versus Chevy type of thing, where they're both pretty much doing the same job, but just two different platforms from what I understand. Maybe some different frills here or there. There's numerous places where you can get this kind of work done, you know. But anyways, that's what a virtual assistant is, and that's the benefits to having one. I strongly recommend anybody, any entrepreneur that's doing tasks within their business that they don't necessarily find themselves fulfilled by, get themselves a virtual assistant. What you do over time, and it takes time to find a reliable virtual assistant. I myself have been doing this for a few years now, and I now have what I call my team of virtual assistants, and it's individual virtual assistants who have done jobs for me here or there, but they did really good work, and they repeatedly delivered to me really good work. So I just keep their information on hand, and when I want a job done, instead of shopping the job out on Freelancer or Fiverr, I just go directly to that freelancer, and he does the work. So when I need a new poster done for an event, or I need some web design work done that I don't want to do myself, or I need some copywriting done for a page on our website, I'll just go to one of my virtual assistants who's done it before for me, and they'll just deliver the work for me. Now, it takes time to get there. You usually spend about the same amount of money the first job you do trying to find a freelancer for a certain project. So say you want a poster done, you'll probably spend the same money you'll spend here in the States to have a professional company do it for you, to go through different virtual assistants, because you'll find a guy, he'll take your job, he'll suck at it or just not understand because he's not understanding your language, and then you've gone through 4 or 5 people, you spent the same money, and you have a headache, but eventually you find the guy who's good, and after that it's not an issue anymore. You can just go to that same guy, and now you're saving money. You're making it up with every project thereafter. So you may get lucky. You may find the guy you're looking for, and that will always use on your very first shot. That has happened to me, where I put a job up for a poster, and we found the graphic designer that we use now for just about everything that we do, for logos and all that stuff. And you know, he charges me very minimal rates for just about everything. And you know, we just keep going to him, and it allows me to unload that work. If I had to pay the rates I pay to do these things in the U.S., to have a professional company do a professional logo for me for the thousands of dollars they charge, I would just do it myself. I'm a creative person, and I enjoy that work. I prefer to not do it, but I'll do it if it means saving, you know, hundreds of dollars. So that's where this fills a void for a lot of entrepreneurs. So yeah, that's video 3. Talking about virtual assistants. If you have any other questions about this, guys, feel free to message me. I have a lot of experience with this, and look forward to video 4 this afternoon. Have a good day.